Hi, welcome to Mimi in the Kitchen. It's been a while. I am making well, they're not really my famous, but they are famous Giugiuleni cookies. I always spell it wrong, just to let you know. I've Googled it a million times, and it's spelled like G-I-U, I don't even know. So I always spell it J-U-J-U-L-E-N-I, but that's really how you pronounce it, not how you spell it. I'm Italian, what can I say? So this is what I'm doing. We have the dough is already made. I am not giving out any secrets except real vanilla. That is one secret that I always have to tell people because it makes the difference, I feel, in my cookies. Not everybody's cookies, but mine. So when you're making your dough, I also use real Crisco. I know that's like a big no-no right now because everybody has to be on and it has gluten in it. Gluten-free, fat-free, no, not in my kitchen. Not right now at least. So when you make your dough, you know it's ready to be used when around the side, this is a tip from Grandma Mitra, believe it or not, Grandma Mitra. And the dough like picks up all of the stuff on the side, because if it's too wet, then that stuff stays on the side, and you want all of your flour, sugar, everything to be mixed together, obviously. And the perfect, consistency, I have to feel it with my real hands. Gloves just don't do it. So I know that this is the right consistency. It's not falling apart, and it's not too wet. So I take a little bit at a time. Sometimes I might even take a little bit less than this. So I have my Giugiulenis right here. Those are the sesame seeds. And then I have a little bit of milk. Honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, for real, the bowl matters. I know that might sound kind of weird, but you don't want a real deep bowl, but you don't want one with a really fat bottom. Even though I have a fat bottom, you don't want one with a really fat bottom because you're not going to be able to really get in there with your Giugiuleni. I'll show you. And then you have your cookie, I should say. So this dough, I actually make a couple different types of cookies with it. And you roll it out into a log or a wiener. And then you just kind of cut it. I always like my ends cut at an angle. Sometimes I'll cut the very end. Sometimes I'll leave it a little, however they are. Then you get your Giugiuleni seeds / sesame seeds. I get mine from an Italian market. And you have a little bit of milk. As you can see, there are some of the seeds in the milk, just because I've rolled them in the milk. Then you just roll and coat your cookie with your seeds, kind of feel around, make sure that they're on there real good, and then set it down. So this is my rows of cookies. Now, as you can see, I have Giugiuleni seeds all over my fingers. Big deal. I like it sometimes when it's actually the seeds are inside the dough itself, because they're all cooked in there and yummy and baked in, and then you just have more seeds. It's awesome. I don't like Giugiuleni that have hardly any seeds on them, because then you know that they're just kind of being cheapo with the seeds, because it's not very cheap to get these seeds and all of the ingredients for your cookies. So you just coat it. There you go. And then I just kind of do this. That's what my mom and we always made our Giugiulenis together, and my sisters. I don't ever remember my brother making them. Okay, so sometimes also I wanted to give you another tip. I'm using a plastic knife because this is my Demaro / bone cook mat, and so you don't want to use metal on it. So I use a plastic knife to cut, and then as you can see, can you see those little Giugiuleni seeds in there? And then I'm just going to use this, roll it out again, and then that's really it. There's not much to it, except the finished product is pretty darn good. You bake these, not sure how you guys do your cookies, but I looked online and it said bake on 425. No. My mom would have a heart attack. No, you bake on 375 for about 10 to 15 minutes until the bottom is done. And that is my husband's work phone, sorry. As you can
It was
see,
a
this
work
is
phone.
a
It was private phone.
It's private phone. It's
Yeah.
his real phone.
Trash pickup's going to be late.
Trash pickup. So that's really. Oh, I wanted to show you our finished products. So those go in. The way that you always can tell if your cookies are done. Pick it up because sometimes they're still hot, so they're mushy or soft. I guess mushy is not a very positive word. So you don't really know when they're cooked. Always look on the bottom. If you see a little bit of brown, then they're done. Okay, if they're not brown, they're not done. You want to make sure that they do have a little bit of browning on the bottom, and that is what your cookie looks like. See how many seeds are on it? Isn't that pretty? Did crack just a little bit up at the top, but that's okay.
Oh, but they're good.
These are Italian, real Italian cookies made by a real Italian. And then my husband is going to try one, not on the camera, I guess. You got to flip it or something. I'll try one too, because it is. You want to try it? You tell him.
It was really good. I mean, the nuts have a little sweetness to them. They do. They have a little sweetness to them. It's a really good cookie. Actually, it makes me want to fix another espresso. So
Which he really shouldn't do because he's had too much. Okay, so that's all that we wanted to say from Mimi in the kitchen. We love you.
Merry Christmas. Have a great day.
Merry Christmas, and I'll be back. I want to make my meatballs too on Mimi in the kitchen next week. Bye-bye.